Forget everything you know about FNAF. And if you know nothing about it, that's even better. Your mind can't be clouded by the 10 years of persuasive ethicists fighting one another. I'm going to tell you a story. The story of a man. And the story he tried to tell, how he rose to fame, was consumed by his fan base, and ultimately cashed out to make bigger and better things. This is the story of FNAF. FNAF. Scott Cawthon was a Christian game developer who was at the end of his rope. He had no more hope to continue his dreams of making video games. After one of his critics said that the chipmunk in one of his games looked creepy, he decided to make a horror game. He threw together some simple models, rendered some flat images, stretched them into a point-and-click action game. The limitations of the game engine added to the atmosphere of the small horror game. Glitches appearing on the walls, 5 kids missing, 4 robots that hunted you down, and to top off his scary game, he recorded himself. Hello, a man on the phone explained how to play and why you were there. And in the end, he died. It was a fun little game, and it was the right time and the right place. Let's Players were at their peak, so FNAF exploded all over. Scott was ecstatic, excited, everything was finally working out for him. His dreams real, so he delved deep and he made a sequel, or was it a prequel? He wanted his games vague and seeping with lore. People went nuts. When did these games happen? What were these hidden mini games? What happened? Who was the purple guy? Not even a year later, Scott put out another game. 30 years later. It's a horror attraction now. Fazbear Frights. But this time, the true villain slept in its walls. More mini-games. The purple guy was now a yellow rabbit with a dead man inside. It was all going perfectly. Scott knew his vision, and he knew just how to end the series. After 2 years, and so many fans, he could get back to telling other stories. Maybe make that RPG he always wanted to make. Or make a movie for FNAF. Or write a book. Or comics. He had a plan, and he released it. FNAF 4, the final chapter. You thought Springlock wasn't scary? I'll show you scary. I'll show you all. He made the scariest game ever made, and hidden in the levels was the truth. But what was the truth? He was ready to explain it all on Halloween, but something happened. People were mad. They didn't like the story he made. They didn't like his ending. It was so obvious. How could they not see it? Chiming at the end of every game. Things happened all at once. They glitched and changed. Was 2 a sequel, or was it a prequel? It was all a coma. The bite of 83. But after he saw how fans felt, dreams are stupid. If it's all a dream, that's dumb. He made another game. FNAF is done. But I'm gonna make something new, something fun. I'll go back to my roots. FNAF World. An RPG, a very cute RPG, with hidden lore that will finally answer the question once and for all. What's in the box? Was it all a dream? And what were all the pieces together? Who said that line that's in the off yellow color that isn't the other yellow color that doesn't match? But yet again, they hated it. This isn't FNAF. Scott was worried. He was horrified. FNAF was all he had. So he decided it was time for a change, a retcon. He changed one thing, or at least that's what he told everyone. Was it just so he could save face, or was it true? We'll never know. People have been arguing about what the one retcon is for 7 years. He rebooted the franchise. Sister location, scarier, more clear, a better story, voice acting, completely different gameplay. Some people loved it, some people hated it. The story was good, but the gameplay was too different for them. Fine, I can fix this. I will fix it all. He made his magnum opus, a game so good it would save the franchise. Pizzeria Simulator, the best FNAF. It's the best one. Fuck you, it's the best one. Pizzeria and UCN are the best ones. I don't care what you say. They're the best. It's the best. Shut up. It didn't even have FNAF in the name. It was hidden and it was free, but it instantly exploded. No advertising, nothing. The trailer wasn't even the actual gameplay at first. It was a dumb little mini game to make you think it was something else. It was a masterpiece, and it added tons of lore. Some helpful, some not helpful at all. And in fact, very annoying and confusing. But it gave us a true ending. And even more so, he made a second game for free. Again, for the third time, the third free game, Ultimate Custom Night, a fitting bookend for a strange but fascinating story. It was all over. The movie on its way. The game's done. 3 books under his belt. He was happy, but he always wished he could have gone even bigger. So he got help, hired other studios. He would be the creator for an entire multimedia universe. He would be the George Lucas of the furry animal robot game, an AR game, a VR game, an open world FNAF game, just like Breath of the Wild, because that's what everybody was doing. 3 ideas that were incredibly ambitious and really hard to make. The studios tried their best, but in the end, the AR game was abandoned and filled with microtransactions. The VR game told everyone that the previous games were all fake and made by an idiot with a picture of Scott, but it's not him, it's a different guy who is him, but not him. And Security Breach was the most broken disappointment on the internet. New comics were all very strange, the encyclopedias were wrong multiple times, and the lore is a mess of people yelling at each other constantly, over and over. Molten MCI, Shadow Freddie, Chica's Beak, Rockstar MCI, is Cassidy Andrew? Was Michael actually helping Afton? What the fuck is going on? Look, I love FNAF, and I've been trying to understand this whole thing, all this lore, for 10 years, and it has always fascinated me. The world, the concepts, even the characters are cool. And the creator always seemed so down to earth. Did you hear him in his one public interview? He actually said, if a streamer can beat Ultimate Custom Night on the hardest mode, I will talk to them live. And then in that interview, he talks about this kid, this little kid, who sent letters to Foxy. And you know what he did? You know what he did when he found out that this little kid sent a handwritten letter to Foxy the animatronic? As he held back tears, he wrote them back as if he was Foxy. I respect this man. I love this man. And I know he felt so much strife dealing with this fan base, and I know he was trying his best. Hey, you know what? The movie might not suck. It's got Shaggy as Afton. I mean, come on. Or maybe he's Michael. Who knows? But I'm pretty sure he's Afton. It's got Shaggy playing Afton. I mean, come on. Video game media has been steadily improving this whole time. And he waited, and he passed on multiple companies trying to make the movie. He wrote like 20 scripts for this movie, and he threw them away over and over again, and he passed on so many companies to get the movie made. And I hope that the movie's lore doesn't dig him deeper into a mess and it solves a lot of the issues. And I hope that this movie doesn't destroy the lore or the franchise entirely. As much as the later games are messy and annoying, I'll always give credit to a creator who made tons of money on a franchise, and his best 3 games are completely free, absolutely free, and they still are free. Scott Cawthon is my goddamn hero. And yeah, I have way too many of those, but he's a cool dude, and he deserves some respect for that. Anyway, that's how I feel about him. Thanks for watching. Bye. Nope. Wrong room. Oops. There we go. That's what I wanted. That was a pretty good video, but I just want to say one more thing before I go from this video. Gregbot has no evidence, and Mrs. Afton was fridged, and she isn't a main character in the plot. And the robot at the head of the table is called the nursery bot. It's not her. MatPat, you're wrong. Okay, you're wrong. It's not Mrs. Afton. You're stupid. You're a stupid man. Stop it. You're good at making theories, but this one, you went way on the wrong edge. You're wrong. You're stupid. Why did you do that? Why did you say that? I was stupid. Mrs. Afton was just kind of yeetist elitist from the show, and she didn't really get a character story, and I know that sucks, but that doesn't mean she's the main character now, so stop it. Just stop it. Get some help. At this point, I would rather think that there's more evidence for William and Henry being gay lovers this entire time and raising their 4 children together. There's more evidence for that than there is for Mrs. Afton pulling the strings behind the scenes. You're wrong, bro. And there's no damn robot kids. Stop it with the robot kids. It's stupid. It was a dumb idea then. It's a dumb idea now. And I know it's possible, but I don't care. Robot kids are dumb. Robot kids, dumb. Anyway, so yeah, that's FNAF. It was fun. I recorded this live on twitch.tv/AloniTheBard. People were here. I think they're still here. I hope you enjoyed that mess. See? Someone was here. They were invisible. We were listening to Minecraft music and making videos, and it was fun. And you missed out on it because you weren't here. You should have been here, but instead, you were doing something else. You missed the best show on the internet that nobody gets to see because I'm too cool and nobody knows about me. Anyway. This was fun. FNAF, I've written 15 scripts. This is probably not the last video I'll make about FNAF. I don't know. I want to talk about it, but I don't want it to be my main channel focus, so take that how you take it. I know so much about FNAF. It angers me. It makes me sad that I know so much about FNAF and I can't make videos about it because it's hard. I love FNAF. I love me some FNAF. Some FNAF. It's good. Also, I played it. Watch the VODs. They're pretty good. Anyway, bye. Yes, FNAF is good. Thank you. Very good.